is reality? Reality is what we believe to be true about the nature of our surroundings. But how do we come to decide that true nature? Do we conceive it completely on our own? Or do other devices gently sway our thoughts onto a pre-decided path? This is the hard question we must all ask ourselves as free humans on this planet. New skulls swirl reality.
Reality. Hey guys, what's happening? It is Wednesday once again. That was a long time in between Wednesdays, wasn't it?
He lives.
Hey!
He lives.
We've been off air for a while. Had a bit of a medical issue. Still got a bit of a medical issue, but you know, I'm better now, so I'm good enough to do the show. So we're gonna rock it.
He's not technically a cyborg yet.
So I'm Don. This is Dan, in case you've forgotten, because that was
How
an
could you
awful
forget?
long
How could you
gap of
forget?
Wednesdays there, man.
But yeah, in case you did,
Yeah.
it's cool. I forget stuff all the time. Yeah,
So
it happens, man.
we had some guests tonight, but apparently there was a scheduling conflict. I'm not really sure.
They were abducted by Monarch. They were called back into service.
That's not even funny, man.
I mean, I'm not joking.
Anyway,
for all we know,
we did our best to put something together for you guys. So we do got something. You know, there's been a lot of stuff happenings. You know, we all know about the Gaia thing.
Yeah.
I guess we'll weigh in on
second
that.
hour, we're gonna get into the fallout from that.
Yeah.
The whole Gaia.com divorce court.
But first up, what do we got?
Well, we got
Chilean Navy.
We got a ton of UFO sightings.
Oh
You know,
my
I
God.
figure it's been so long. You know, it's been so long since we've been together on Wednesday nights that I thought that you, our dear sweet listeners, might want to get caught up on UFO sightings.
I mean, why not?
It's
man?
fun.
It's great. What is it? It's this one. Hey, that's all messed up. Let's go here for now.
That's myth up.
Messed up. I have fifth that. Go ahead, Dan. You're gonna have to read this one.
Chilean Navy can't identify mysterious aircraft caught on video.
Oh shit! That looks like a Solar Warden jam. Doesn't
It really does. I mean, you know, the cigar-shaped craft that we hear of typically are frequently attributed to the Solar Warden program. So there you go. That looks like it damn sure looks like one. I mean, you know, it could be a winged craft with a very low profile from the side.
I mean, that could be an exhaust plume.
It could. It could be a lot of things. Yeah, in the thermal vision, because the darker it is, the hotter it is, right?
Right.
So yeah, that could be an exhaust plume from something else. But wow, we got a lot of mysterious air traffic above the super secret location right now as well.
That's pretty awesome, man, because we love air traffic. Boom, especially when it's Solar Warden air traffic.
Yeah, with any luck, but
all right.
you know.
So the Chilean agency within the Civil Aeronautics Directorate, the Committee de Estudios de CEFAA, released a video taken by
Estudios de fenómenos aéreos anómalos.
Navy helicopters of a mysterious craft in 2014. The footage was captured by two naval officers on a helicopter-mounted Westcam infrared camera, typically used in covert aerial surveillance. If you've seen Predator drone footage, you've seen these cameras in action.
Well, and if you didn't see the Predator drone, then you saw that in action.
Captured west of Santiago at an altitude of approximately 4,500 feet, far lower than commercial airliners. The unexplained aerial phenomena, UAP, they don't call them UFOs anymore.
Man, I call them UFOs. I don't give a damn what anybody's preferred term for UFOs is. I'm calling them UFOs.
You see something in the sky, you don't know what it is. It's a UFO, unidentified flying object. Was first observed with the naked eye from an estimated distance of 35 to 40 miles. Described by the captain as a flat, elongated structure with two thermal spotlights-like discharges that did not coincide with the axis of motion. The object can be seen discharging a chemical plume approximately 8 minutes into the video. The darker color indicates high heat as captured by the infrared lens. Complete play-by-play of the video can be read at the HuffPost, where Leslie Keene, author of UFOs, Generals, Pilots, and Government Officials Go on the Record, provides an in-depth analysis of the event. You know what? This is the same damn thing we were talking about a couple of years ago, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where it looks like it dumps a bunch of shit. Yeah. Well, why is this back on the radar all of a sudden? Oh, that's because it's old as hell.
Yeah, well.
Hey, man, we're trying over here. We put some stuff together real quick, like within 15 minutes.
Well, but even then, you know what? Even if it is what, a year old, it just goes to show that this has been going on for at least that long.
Milkmaid of the Milky Way.
You're looking at an ad, Don.
How did that happen?
It's called a pop-up.
Oh, they got me. I thought it was a link to
gotcha.
the video. I thought it was a link to the video.
Nope.
All right, let's go on to the next ancient UFO sighting. We got it.
No, this one's actually got a MUFON thing from UFOstalker.com, California, July 9th, 2018. Los Angeles area. Glowing flame-colored object that looked like a star exploded. Altitude treetop. So this is pretty deep down, and we got a YouTube of this too.
All right, cool. Because I was wondering, there's no link to a video.
No, there's 2 links in that Trello post.
So the story: I was in my house on my phone when my brother called me outside to look at something in the sky. He later told me the neighbor saw it and told my brother, who told me. That's a lot of telling. You run tell that.
You done been told.
I came outside with my phone and saw a glowing orange star-like object in the sky, stationary. It began moving very slowly and smoothly, almost where you couldn't tell it was moving. Then it started glowing brighter and looked to be coming closer. Then it started to descend, and I could see it a little better. I could see what looked like flames or heat swaying left and right behind it. When it got lower, it looked like it was getting closer. Then I could see the shape, which looked like a human with legs, arms, and a head. Then it went lower in the opposite direction, moving very smoothly, and descended behind a treetop and exploded right above it. It was not a regular explosion. It looked like electricity, but spread out like a firework. But it was all embers that were big, and then they spread out and disappeared. They didn't fall to the ground, they spread out. The camera didn't pick it up good because it was an orange flame-colored object, unlike anything I've ever seen on movies, YouTube, TV, anywhere. I was told it came from the same direction it was descending and hovered in the sky before I came out to record it. So we have a video of that? Where is that? Right here?
Yeah, it's right there.
Next one. Fiery object filmed moments before exploding over
The Hidden Underbelly
California.
2.0.
Bam. Strong language, guys. Brace yourself.
See, that's what the new... forget... what they say the new phenomenon for that is? They should call it a DFI for... The fuck is that?
Damn, that shit's moving now. Yeah, that shit's moving fast.
Shit moving fast.
Hey, Gabriel, come look at it. Come look at that, hurry up. It's about to leave. My phone ain't even picking it up good. That shit is stupid. Mine.
Oh, you know what?
What the fuck is that? That shit look like a flame moving around in the back of it. What the fuck?
I mean, it kind of just looks like Venus right now until it does something funny.
It's orange and it's fucking burning up in the sky.
Man, are they...
It's shaped like a damn human.
I'm not sure if this audio is going
It
out.
look like some fucking person on fire. What the fuck?
Doesn't seem to be cooperating.
Look at the flame just moving left and right.
And that shit is way up there.
What the fuck is that?
It's like a fireball.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't look right on my phone.
There we go. Sorry, guys.
My phone's crappy.
Mine either. Tell me what that is.
Damn, what the fuck is that?
Look at that shit.
That shit look crazy as hell, whatever the fuck it is.
It looks like they're just looking at
Damn,
Mars.
look at it. It's moving.
It came from over there, and it went over here. Now it went back. It's going back.
No,
way
it's
over
doing
there.
something.
What the
It's pretty white to be Mars.
No, that ain't Mars. No, that thing's
Yeah, it
burning
looks
up
like something burning, but that shit was just sitting in the
That shit
sky.
low-key about to hit the ground.
What
I
the
know.
fuck is that?
That shit. Nigga, look, that shit about to hit the ground.
Maybe that's a flare, though.
That shit look like it's coming closer. It's getting bigger.
I mean, you know, not to be that guy, but
Hit the ground.
they do. That kind of looks like a flare, man.
It's behind the tree now. What the fuck is that? It is going down. Yep.
I low-key want to go drive.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
What the fuck? It blew up. Get back! Get back!
You hear all those people screaming in the distance and
Yeah,
shit?
get back! You don't know what the
I
fuck
mean,
that
what?
is. Get back! Look at this shit. It's fucking flying everywhere. What the fuck is that? Shit is flying everywhere. Look at this shit.
That's the embers. Somebody's screaming.
Yeah, somebody's screaming. What the fuck was that?
Oh, hold on. Let's back this
As
shit
soon
up
as that
just a bit, man. Hold on, let's see that again.
Damn, it's behind the tree now. What the fuck is that? It is going down, yep.
I
Can't.
low-key want to go.
What?
Yep.
I
Can't.
low-key want to go drive.
I don't know, man.
Oh shit!
What
What the fuck? It blew up.
Yeah,
Get
you
back,
hear
get
somebody
back.
screaming her ass
Get
off.
back.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like
get
right
back.
as soon as it
What the fuck
happens,
that is.
like
Get back. Look at this shit. It's fucking flying.
Where? I mean,
everywhere.
what-
What the fuck is that? Shit is flying everywhere.
like, how do we get in contact with that
this
person
shit.
that's
That's
screaming
him.
right now? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck was that?
If you happen to be the person screaming,
Look.
757-528-8130.
Bam,
Give us a call.
give us a call.
Something happened. As soon as that shit hit, that motherfucker started screaming.
It just blew up. What the fuck?
Why you say get back, guys?
Cause that shit could have flew at us or something. I don't know what the fuck that was. Shit, you don't know what the fuck it was. That shit could have flew and got us or some shit.
That was embers.
Yeah, but that shit could have
Dude.
flew at us. You never know what the hell that shit is.
Would have probably went to go investigate, wouldn't you?
Yeah, seriously, I would have been like, hopping in the car, let's go.
Like, what the hell? People screaming and shit.
Okay, well, if anything like that ever falls out of the sky in Hampton Roads, and we see it,
We're going there.
we're bringing you a Reality Brief Live exclusive.
Bam! You know, we can do that somehow. Dan's got a cell phone. Those things got technology in them.
Seriously, they got like microchips and stuff.
Damn, dude.
We're high tech.
That's pretty crazy, man. I don't know. It would have. Maybe it hit. It was a flare, but it hit like the top of a house or something and fucking went boom.
Yeah, I mean, it probably scared the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, man, no doubt. So is that the California suburb? Boom. What about the very bright fireball over Rio Grande? Did you guys hear about that? Did you see that?
No, I sure didn't.
You put it in there. Let's see. Okay, this one's from July 8, 2018, so it's not too old. Bright fireball was recorded streaking across the night sky of the state of Rio Grande do Norte, Brazil. The object was visible for several seconds before it disintegrated into a bright flash. Oh, you know, I saw this in the group. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. I mean, it almost looks like a rocket. Like, but it's definitely, why? I don't know. It's fucking crazy, man. Look at this, Dan.
Yeah, I done seen it.
Well, what do you think about it?
It looks like a pretty standard meteorite. Actually, a lot of icy and methane meteorites have that blue-green color, or ones that have a lot of copper in them.
Right.
So, I mean, I've seen a...
I don't know, but look at the plume on it, right? Watch this. He goes, phew.
Yeah.
Right, it's...
Yeah, you know what makes it do that?
What's that?
All the ice inside of the meteorite. There's ice inside of it, and when the ice comes screaming through the atmosphere at a zillion miles an hour, it heats up and turns into steam.
Well, what I'm talking
And
about,
real
it changing
quickly, that
from
steam-
green to red. It looks like a
Yeah.
beam shoots out the front of that.
Well, yeah, what happens is the steam inside of it expands and it explodes, and then all the oxygen from that steam hits earth air and fire happens. Pretty much.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You heard it here. You've been biggied. What's this, Dan?
Who what?
What are you doing over there? Can I
Shit
get some help?
posting. Yeah.
Quit shit posting for 5 seconds and give me some help, motherfucker. What is this now?
What's it? This is a TR3B over Mexico, yeah. And of course, we
TR3B.
wouldn't have a show tonight if it weren't for Tess. So thank you, Tess.
Thanks, Tess.
You have saved the day once again.
You didn't even know it. But look at this. What are those things surrounding it?
Probably drones. I would imagine drones or probes of some sort. But if it's a TR3B, then it's Earth military. So, you know.
I mean, but the lights are blinking, man.
Yeah. I mean, I see that.
I mean, I wish we can get an idea of the size.
I wonder if the other ones are just further away.
Or maybe it's just super huge and those other lights were helicopters or something.
Yeah, I mean, because that's a big sucker right there, but you can definitely see it's a big triangle.
It's hard to get a reference for the scale. I mean, I guess it's definitely behind the trees, so it's pretty fucking big. The little ones then would be a little bit smaller.
Maybe those are like, you know, like personnel pods that are just going back up to the mothercraft. Like,
Did it just discharge something?
Yeah, it looks like another probe dropping down from it.
Where was this taken at, man?
Mexico.
You know? Where in Mexico?
I don't know. Guadalajara?
Guadalajara's? It doesn't say. Gotta love the description.
CR3B?
I mean, probably not. Yeah, what is that? It looks like it's coming out of it. Shit, man. Audio's going. Oh crap.
What's that?
What's up? I didn't even know there's people's talking in there. I'm sorry, guys.
No, the
Is it? Or are we still having audio problems?
No, our audio is good. It was going out. You fixed it.
Okay. So, 600 feet aside for a Treb? Thought they were a lot smaller than that. I thought that the bigger ones.
I mean, yeah, you know, it could have been that is pretty big, but it could have been bigger than that and just further away. It's hard to really tell. So,
what are we doing?
But yeah, I don't know.
We're so scrambling. Hey, but you know, it's that's what we do here. We scramble.
You know what? It works for me, man. But yeah, you know, it's been too long. So you know, if you missed us, if you didn't,
there's something coming out of that.
Yeah, here you go.
It's going down further. That's crazy.
Yeah, what is this?
Behind the trees.
Dude,
now.
I saw the whole video. Penny tagged me.
I'm trying to get it
with this video. Was asking me if it was CG.
It's going down.
Apparently, there's multiple angles of it. I really doubt it's CG. This is like the after shot. The one I saw earlier had the whole thing and it like expanded into this cloud.
5 in the
like
morning.
This light thing.
It looks like just rocket
and it's
trails.
dark outside, as y'all see.
Yeah.
And it's dark where they are,
but
all that rocket smoke is above the shadow of the Earth, so the sunlight.
You gotta see the
through.
whole. You gotta see the whole thing, though, man. Let me see if I can find that. Let's watch that again.
What the hell that is? Cause there's something coming out of that. It's going down further. That's crazy. It's behind the trees now.
See, it's moving down.
I know. I'm trying to get it on. There you go.
Wow. On it. Sorry, guys. Technical problems.
We're doing our best.
Alright, so this looks like the same. This is the same video, but it's a longer. Alright, so it started off as this glowing red dot just chilling. Right? Alright, here, check it out. I guess it could be a rocket. Something all of a sudden got fucked up. Watch it there.
Yeah, because most of the time rockets arc, but that looks like you could be seeing the arc from beneath, I guess.
Like a possible malfunction or something. I mean, if it was a ship or something, what the fuck could it be doing?
If it were a ship, it wouldn't hover. Yeah, it looks like something went kablooey.
Wonder if they're having problems with all their tech or something. They got saboteurs.
Where is this?
I'm not sure, but it turns in. It looks. Watch. I guess it ain't the same. It looks the same though. Right, but it's not the same one. The other one had more of a green hue. But it's like the same. It's the same event.
Yeah, yeah, and the hue would depend on the color of the sky behind it.
Whatever this phenomena is, it's happening all over the place.
Yeah, it looks like a rocket launch that went tits up.
It could be, man. See, then we got the light is down here now.
Yeah, like it went up over the ocean, or I don't know, maybe it actually went off and it's just messy.
It'd be nice to know if it like crashed. It looks like it. I can't tell if it's going further away or dropping down. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting because whatever it is happening all over. So, I mean, I guess it could. Do got a lot of space race going on right now, so who knows, man.
And to think that on the 1st of July, Zero Hedge posted an article that we're not even going to read that says, "Has E.T. got home? UFO sighting slump." No, they don't. Not here at Reality Brief.
We see them. I see green people. What's this? Operation UFO, Russia, alien weapons, Britain, secret files, X-Files, David Clark. Whew. That's a lot of words,
That's a mouthful.
That's a lot of words.
We have the best words.
We do them words. Operation UFO. Britain's race to beat Russia to alien weapons revealed in secret files. Wow, that's pretty dope. British spies plan to capture a flying saucer and use its alien technology to build super weapons. Secret files reveal.
What else would you do with alien technology? Obviously, like, use it to benefit mankind? Yeah, right.
You know how much money weapons make, man? Come on, dude. Even after the Cold War, there were fears that the Soviet Union or China had impounded a UFO and were harvesting its secrets to develop super-fast warplanes that could hover in midair and be invisible to radar. That sounds about right. What's that noise?
Yeah. Rain.
Oh, it's raining over here.
Yeah, it's
super sunny.
It's storming its balls off at the super secret location. So, if we happen to go out, not saying that we weren't taken out by a rod from God, but it was probably just the power going out.
So, where was I? The dossier obtained by British X-Files expert David.
I was just gonna say,
Dr. David Clark.
You really think you're having a
to
bad
Billy
day?
real quick.
Let me show you a
No,
real bad day
actually,
real
I
quick.
kind of dig Zero Hedge, but I'm just saying, UFO sighting slump? No, not around here, man.
What is this? Stop playing, video. Nobody asked you to play. God. The public UFO desk was only set up to gather reports of sightings. That's how they do. They set up, oh, we gather the reports, and then the legit shit they pass on, and then all the rest of it, they're like, it's nothing, it's swamp gas. The real work being done by experts from Defense Intelligence. For half a century, spy bosses pored over the reports, convinced they represented as grave a threat to the realm as the Soviet Union. But by '97, word had come down from Whitehall that security services investigating X-Files stuff such as alien abduction had become a diversion from their main duties. A review was ordered to confirm the desk should be shut down, but also to determine whether anything had been learned over the years which could be useful to the military. The dossier reveals that the RAF were particularly interested in any novel technologies which might be useful to their programs. Propulsion, stealth, and any novel electromagnetic technologies of our particular interest, the confidential memos added. But the report by a senior Air Force commander reached the conclusion that an enemy power may already have a UFO in its grasp.
I believe it.
Monitor all reports in the case in the future. The hitherto unknown, not understood, underlying phenomena is being exploited by another nation. How dare? How dare? The sun doesn't set on the British Empire, man. It goes all the way to the moon. An actual or potential enemy could develop a flying device with characteristics that these phenomena seem to have. Particular attention should be paid to any aircraft behaving like a UFO with the telltale signs of high velocities, sharp maneuver, stationary flight, and few radar returns. The report called UAPs Unidentified Aerial Phenomena.
They're UFOs, damn you. Damn you.
In the UK Air Defence region is part of 3 files running to more than 1,000 pages. They were held back from the UFO records, earmarked for transfer to the National Archives as part of the Open Government Project from 2008 to 2013.
That's funny.
But earlier this year, a complete set of redacted copies was sent to Dr. Clark ahead of their release to the National Archives, which is imminent. Dr. Clark said, MOD has been desperately trying to delay the release of these formerly secret and highly sensitive papers for more than a decade. Even though they've been partly censored and they can't conceal the fact that the UK military were interested in capturing UFO technology, or what they coyly refer to as novel weapon technology. And the files reveal that they were desperate to capture this technology, wherever it came from, before Russians or the Chinese got hold first. Because God forbid. Although this was 1997, why didn't they just ask us for it? Although this was 1997, Russia was still regarded as undefeated enemy with a weapons program regarded as a threat to the West.
Look, just because they have a Stargate too.
Gotta let the
They have a lot of UFO sightings, but have you seen anything like this before?
No, I haven't.
Some people are saying this is the smoking gun photograph that shows a massive mothership over
that's a
the
ship,
United
that shit is
Kingdom,
huge.
London. What
Hey, it
are
looks
we
like we're
witnessing
taking
right
a
now?
right
We're going to
away,
be
okay.
adding some spectrums to this and kind of highlight exactly
Wait for the spectrums,
what this
dude.
formation is.
Damn, look at that.
I've seen strange
Look at that.
clouds in the skies before, but
Yeah?
I've never seen
that
one
was-
quite like this
Shouldn't this
resemble
be
a
the top
massive
be later?
mothership.
And then the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm speculating
Yeah.
here as well as everybody, and I want to hear your comments below of what you think this photograph represents. Is this some kind of just atmospheric phenomenon?
It's a giant clam ship. Fuck. Gonna make chowder out of everybody. Don't get on it. Look, if you see one of these, seriously,
Do not get on the ships.
If you see this shit, pull up to the crib. Don't get on it. Just
Don't get on it.
Look, we don't tell people much what to do, like, ever.
We ain't
But
trying
this
to
is
tell
one
you.
bit of advice.
We're
I
not
would
trying to
give
tell you your
anyone.
business.
Do what you want. Get on the ship if you want. I'm just saying, don't get on it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying don't get on the ship. I'm just saying don't get on the ship. I mean, that's just how it is.
Yep.
Sonar anomaly.
Yeah, this is relevant to, things here close to home. We have
Look at your favorites.
don't shoot the messenger. You know what? We post stuff from whack sources sometimes that we
Right.
know are whack sources. If we find it from other sources that are less whack.
They're all whack, though.
They're all- everyone's
Even
whack
we're
on
whack.
some
We're the
level.
wackest.
We're whack as- we're whack as hell.
We're presenting you whack. That's not even our whack. It's just whack.
Yeah.
It's just whack.
But nevertheless, Secure Team...
NOAA, or the...
You know what? There's probably a less horrible article with this. But basically, yeah, there's a sonar anomaly of some sort off the coast of North Carolina. And nobody know what it is.
Well, that's the shit there is in France. What is this?
still is to this day, especially when you think about the size of the object here that this zigzagging
what's that
trail
big thing that
spanning
looks like it's
40-some
right there?
miles leads up to. What
Some
could
big
be
donut.
the explanation? You're telling me that we have natural objects down at the
damn.
bottom of the ocean that look like perfect discs that are 2 miles wide that just move across the ocean bottom?
All right, it's a
Well,
giant.
I'm not so sure.
It's a giant.
Some other findings, the Baltic Sea anomaly we recently spoke about in
That's
the video, which
Yeah,
is this
it looks like
mysterious...
the Millennium Falcon.
That's not a ship, in my opinion. This is leftover temple shit.
Yeah.
It was right off the coast. I mean, look, stairs and shit. I mean, yeah, sure, it resembles the Millennium Falcon a little bit, but it definitely looks like built-in structure to me. I'm not a professional or whatever, but that's my opinion about that.
Yeah.
This object, yet it features two like lines, and they have
Oh, that's it?
they can track these things. It's mysterious, and I mean,
No.
just a bit.
There have been a lot of sharks off the coast of North Carolina recently.
the ocean. Your music is loud.
It really is. It's a little excessive, if you ask me. But what's it? No, there.
Ask you.
Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that?
No, check out the one from Pilot Online right below it.
This one?
Yeah,
What we got? We got the thing.
a less awful video about the thing off North Carolina.
Okay. Here we go. The point.
So this is right here in beautiful Hampton Roads. That is pretty cool. There's robots driving around into the sea, like, looking at stuff. I want to know...
when you think David Rockefeller's in one of them?
NOAA ship Okeanos Explorer.
Searching for ancient reliance.
Dedicated to exploring
Seeking to awaken Cthulhu.
Oh my god, that's like my worst nightmare. Look at the chat. I wonder how many people will get on the ships if they arrive en masse and the government tells them to do so. Like, fucking 85% of the population.
All the dumb ones.
The continental margin is the underwater extension of the continent.
Probably more than that.
The margin is comprised
It'd be like
of
me and you
what
left.
we call provinces. We have the shelf,
hey, buddy,
party on
the
Earth,
slope,
party on Earth.
and the rise. And each of these
Up next,
varies
reality brief, the
globally
civilization.
in depth and range, distance from shore. But almost every coastline has all three of those provinces.
Leave it to the celebrities to tell people what to do.
The province known as the continental shelf is what is
all right, so what is this
exposed or
now? They find a rock,
drowned
they
as
find a
sea
shell
level
here with some
rises and
barnacles on it,
falls.
and all of a sudden there's a
It
UFO?
extends from
What's
the
going on
shore
here?
No, they said there's a
to
sonar
the depth
anomaly of some sort out there.
Oh, this is
approximately
live.
200
Yeah, you're watching a
meters.
live
That's
feed.
pretty
Oh,
much
damn.
the depth
You
the
clicked on something
continental
else,
ship-
which actually is pretty cool. I could watch this probably all night.
All right,
but-
well, let's not do that. This is what you told me to... Wasn't it?
No, it's
You said
just
it was a
it's just
video.
what this linked to.
Okay. A strange sonar anomaly had NOAA explorers diving off the coast of North Carolina on Wednesday, hoping for an explanation. NOAA's not been afraid to notch up suspense about the area, noting it could be an archaeology site, a geological formation, or otherwise. It's anybody's guess what otherwise means, but UFO enthusiasts might be tingling with ideas. The site is being called the Big Dipper Anomaly. It's like a big old cracker with cheese.
It honestly just looked like a big boulder rolling downhill.
You know, that's... Because, I mean, if something's going to crash, right, it's not going to be like, ooh, I'm going to zigzag like this. It's
Right.
going to be like, boom, and then drag out in a straight line, right?
Right,
I mean, how
for
the
the
fuck
most
is it
part.
going to do this shit? Okay,
Yeah,
experts
that-
believe the anomaly might be a shipwreck. I don't see that unless it was getting carried in currents or something.
Yeah, currents could do it.
Shipwreck. We're leaning towards a geological formation with biological communities and other debris, according to WTKR. An official accounting of their findings has not been released yet. The location of the anomaly is being kept confidential. North Carolina's coast is known as the graveyard of the Atlantic due to the large number of ships that have sunk in the region. The vessels range from pirate ships, Civil War blockade runners, to German U-boats sunk during World War II.
I'm pretty sure all those have been recovered, and
Yeah, I'm sure the German U-boats.
the other ones that survived came back and got them.
So, I mean, they're just like checking out sea life and shit right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Where's the main event? I want to see the boulder thing.
There's the Scion of Cthulhu right there. Yeah, Cthulhu Fatal.
So there you have it. We got a squiggly thing in the water off North Carolina. You want to go take a boat trip, man? We're not really that far from there, actually.
We're really not.
I want to check that out. Squiggly thing. Who's Hidden Truth 123?
Who? What? Yeah, it's a another trip sighting.
Another treb.
Yep.
Bag it up.
Oh no, this is that one from late late June. This is a UFO sighting, also over North Carolina. So who knows?
A lot of activity down there lately.
Yeah.
Oh, this is drones. I've seen this. I think this is drones.
It could be. But like a whole swarm of them?
Yeah. Dude, you know on the 4th of July that a lot of places didn't have fireworks. They had massive drone displays.
Yeah, that's
where
crazy.
they programmed like 150 drones to go up and do shit.
It's pretty wild.
Now, I don't know if it's in this video or maybe that was a different video and I'm mistaken about this.
Slaughterbots are coming for you.
Hold on. Nah, this ain't the one. One of these that looks just like this. Yeah. You can hear him. Hear it?
Yeah.
That's fucking drones, dude. right? That's not no kind of anti-gravity shit because they don't make any noise.
Right.
Bam! Hammer time.
Yep.
I mean, I'm firm on that being drones, dude.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right. Scientists have converted carbon dioxide into clean air.
Yeah.
So they made like plants.
Well, no, they found a way to use light. It's artificial photosynthesis. Scientists, they've converted carbon dioxide into clean air. A chemistry professor has found a way to trigger the process of photosynthesis in a synthetic material, turning greenhouse gases into clean air and producing energy at the same time. The process has great potential for creating a technology that could significantly reduce greenhouse gases linked to climate change, blah, 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 while creating a way to, producing a way to create clean energy.
Yeah.
So the findings of this guy's research are published at the Journal of Materials Chemistry A. This is a breakthrough, said UCF Assistant Professor Fernando Uribe Romo. Tailoring materials that will absorb a specific color of light is very difficult from the scientific point of view. But from the societal point of view, we're contributing to the development of technology that can reduce greenhouse gases.
So, you know, what they're doing this for is, so when we blacken the sky against the war, in the war against the AI,
yeah,
then we'll still be able to maintain the atmosphere with these little, units.
Mm-hmm. We can power them with the light from the
It looks pretty dope, though, man.
Previous civilization.
They should, they're going to start putting these in clubs, dude. Check them out.
Yeah, to suck up all the smoke and... So this guy and his students created a way to trigger a chemical reaction in a synthetic material called metal organic frameworks, MOF, that breaks down carbon dioxide into harmless organic materials. Think of it as an artificial photosynthesis process similar to the way that plants convert carbon dioxide into sunlight and food, but instead of producing food, these things produce fuel. And it worked with a chemical reaction that transforms the CO2 into two reduced forms of carbon, Form-8 and formamides, two kinds of solar fuel, in the process cleaning the air. So, yeah, it's pretty rad. And, yeah, I like their lab. Like, it looks like the cover for, like, a Hot Job album. I can see that.
Can you see this, though?
Yeah, they found a big-ass sarcophagus recently.
Oh, yeah. Truly massive sarcophagus has been unearthed by experts in Egypt. According to experts who've led the excavation, the granite sarcophagus is 185 centimeters tall, 6 foot. Bam.
This isn't in North Carolina, though. This is in Egypt.
Yeah. 265 centimeters long, 8.6 feet, and 165 centimeters wide. 5. Man, so it's 6 feet tall, man. Like, you can't even look. You couldn't even peek in this motherfucker.
Right?
Considered as the largest granite sarcophagus ever discovered in Alexandria, the recently unearthed sarcophagus measures nearly 9 feet long, and its discovery took experts by surprise. Bam! Giant casket. Giant casket.
Yeah.
Casket. Medication. The granite casket has been believed to have been buried more than 2,000 years ago, more than 16 feet beneath the surface, next to a head made of alabaster, most likely representing the man who owned the tomb. According to experts, the massive granite sarcophagi is in excellent condition and remains untouched since its burial, more than 2,000 years ago. The tomb was discovered during an archaeological inspection prior to the construction of building on privately owned land in the Sidi Gabr neighborhood of Alexandria, northern Egypt. So there you have it. Giant. Alright, so here's the alabaster head. Right?
Far out. Yeah, it looks like Greek or Roman style.
Man, that dude was jacked up if that's supposed to look like him. In another discovery, wait, there's more.
Arse face of Apollonius.
The Egyptian Ministry of Antiquities also announced the discovery of a bronze statue representing the god Osiris during restoration work on the east side of the Step Pyramid of Zoser in, wow.
Saqqara Necropolis.
There you go, Saqqara.
Sabri.
So we got a
what's that guy's name? Sabri
Osiris statue too, popping up like boom. There we go. It's just how I'm feeling right now. I can't. Blah, 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 blah. All right, what about the diplomats, man?
Yeah, you were the one posting about that. Hey, this is your platform, man. Go for it.
All right, so
tell us all about some sonic attacks on
I clicked
diplomats.
on the wrong link, so first we're going to talk about mutant human-like sea creature sparks panic after being found alive. Look, man, it's definitely it's like some kind of fish or something, but it is weird looking, dude. Look at it.
You sure that's not just Barbara Boxer?
It's like a smash. Maybe it's like what do you call it? It's a transporter accident. It got on Cronenberg or something.
Yeah.
What happened? I can't watch it again.
Who knows, man? It's pretty weird.
Yeah, that is insane, man. Anybody out there watching this right now will know what the hell kind of fish that is?
It's a Zoidberg.
It's a Zoidberg.
But yeah, that is really freaky.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Is it break time?
No, it's not quite. I mean,
What was you trying to hit up, man?
You were the one you were talking about the sonic attacks on diplomats.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
where'd it go?
Under the fuckery department.
Oh, fuckery! It's right there in front of my face.
Yeah, of course, fuckery. The fuckery department.
Bizarre diplomatic sonic attacks reaching. Oh, that's the WorldNet Daily now.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with what? The New York Post.
Yeah, there you go. Slightly more reliable than WorldNet Daily.
Than WND. U.S. diplomat in China has brain injury after hearing abnormal sounds. Now, you guys remember all that shit happening in Cuba?
Yeah.
And a ton of people being infected by this. American working at the U.S. consulate in southern China reported experiencing abnormal sounds and pressure that resulted in a mild brain injury, reminiscent of a mysterious illness that recently hit diplomats in Cuba, officials said Wednesday. It's a mysterious illness.
Turns out they'd just been
yeah, they drank the water. They were in Mexico, right?
No, it turns out the sonic damage, they'd all somehow stumbled upon links to the last Philip Michael Thomas Search Party show.
Oh, yep. Unnamed employee in the city of Guangzhou recently reported subtle and vague but abnormal sensations of sound and pressure. The State Department said in an emailed statement to the U.S. citizens in China. Recently reported subtle and vague but abnormal sensations of sound and pressure. The U.S. government is taking these reports seriously and has informed its official staff in China of this event. The statement added about the symptoms, which occurred from late last year to April. The worker who was sent up to the U.S. for further evaluation was diagnosed with a mild traumatic brain injury on May 8th.
Yipes.
The State Department is taking this incident very seriously and is working to determine the cause and impact of the incident. U.S. Embassy spokeswoman Ginny Lee told agents France Press, so Associated Press France.
Yeah.
The Chinese government has assured us they are also investigating and taking appropriate measures, she added. The Chinese Foreign Ministry could not be immediately reached for comment. While in China, if you experience any unusual acute auditory or sensory phenomena accompanied by unusual sounds or piercing noises, do not attempt to locate their source.
Oh, well, that's comforting.
The embassy's health alert said, instead, move to a location where the sounds are not present. What if the sounds follow you around?
Oh, then you're screwed. That means leave China.
U.S. diplomatic officials said they could not link the case to health issues suffered by U.S. government staff in Cuba dating...
Of course they couldn't, because they're complicit.
How do you not make that link? Where is the... I mean, like... Okay, we cannot at this time connect it with what happened in Havana, but we are investigating all possibilities. Okay, so what are they saying? It wasn't the same people behind it? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It was different worker bees shooting the guns?
Yeah, pretty much.
The U.S. has disclosed that 24 diplomats and their relatives had fallen victim to an unsolved mysterious attack in Cuba. Victims associated the onset of their symptoms with unusual sounds or auditory sensations. They suffered headaches, hearing loss, disorientation, and loss of some cognitive ability. Officials initially suspected the Americans had been targeted by an acoustic weapon, But media reports have suggested that the FBI has been able to verify any evidence to support that theory. You don't say. So, there you go. U.S. government holding Cuba accountable. What are they going to do about this thing in China? And is it happening anywhere else, as WorldNet Daily wants you to believe?
Well, and where is it happening that nobody's noticing?
Right? Haven't noticed yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that was not... Okay, well, what's up with the...
Big meteorite?
Yeah.
This is from earlier in the month, but yeah, apparently, and this is another Secure Team link, but again, there's another one from something else. I think it's from NOAA. What's it? Yeah, space.com. So they're sending the Nautilus. Scientists are trying for the first ever meteorite recovery at sea.
Uh-oh.
Captain Nemo could not be reached for comment. But, yeah, March 7th of this year, a bright meteorite called the Bolide Fall was observed about 15 miles off the coast of Grays Harbor County, Washington. Ocean Exploration Trust is working with scientists from Olympic Coast National Marine Sanctuary, NASA, and the University of Washington to locate the meteorite fall. So their mission is was live at nautiluslive.org. That the 0.4 square kilometer patch of ocean was being searched for by remotely operated underwater vehicles called Hercules and Argus. If these robotic submarines find anything at all, it'll be big news, the first known recovery of a meteorite from the ocean.
And if we see any signs of debris, send an ROV down for a quick dive.
My name is Nicole Reynaud, and I'm the Vice President of Exploration and Science Operations with the Trust, and on board the Nautilus, I'm...
Okay, nice to meet you. One dive occurred yesterday, July 2nd, approximately 12 to 7 p.m. Mission team members said in an update, you can learn more about the meteorite hunt, which runs through Wednesday, July 4th. An analysis of NASA Cosmic Dust Curator Mark Fries, who's aboard Nautilus for the expedition. You know, it's extremely expensive to do this, right? Like, what is so important? This can't be the first meteorite to hit the ocean, right?
Right, but it's the first one that we've really had the practical tech to just go after, I guess, or just the wherewithal. The first time anybody had their shit together enough to get ready to go do it as soon as one hit.
You remember a while back we were going over that article about the CIA
Project
mining
Moondust.
front? Not Moondust, man. The CIA, there was a there's a Russian nuclear sub.
Yeah.
Right, and they set up that whole like deep sea mining thing, like it wasn't even an industry or a trade.
Yeah.
To go get it. It just makes me wonder if this is something like that. Some kind of cover. I mean, look, they went as far as to build the ship to look exactly like the type of boat he said it was supposed to be, but then it like Transformers. It like came open. There's this big crane and shit, forgetting the sub, and they never got it. So they say. Now,
of course, anyway, if they did, they wouldn't tell you.
And that happened in the 70s.
Yeah, and that was on some serious James Bond type shit.
So, support for the expedition comes from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's Office of the Ocean Exploration and Research. Holy shit, man. NOAA. NOAA, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's Office of Ocean Exploration and Research. NOAA.
I work for the NOAA.
I'm sorry, guys. I just had to do that because I'm red. All right, so I mean, crash ship could be anything they're going after, man.
It's probably just a meteorite, but you know what? It's kind of cool they're going after it.
Yeah, they like going after it. All right,
so, I think we're pretty much at break time, man.
Yeah, I need a break. I need a break. Sorry, guys.
You know, we got to ease back into it. We can't just come back full speed ahead, warp 10. You know.
All right, guys. Sorry. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we'll be back on the other side. We're gonna go into the GAIA divorce court.
Oh, what fun we're gonna have!
Back in a bit.
The paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderous scum. They're on giant death factories keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot belly goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
Like beef. I smell 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 like beef.
push this fucking thing over here. Where'd it go? This thing right here to Amtrak, and then try to see what else we got to say about it.
Squeeze. Want to. Already 1.5% of all babies born in Western Europe and America.
Yeah.
We'll need to
That's
continue.
The thing, Dan. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about at all. Shut up.
Continue reading this article. Yeah, thanks, new scientists. Eat my balls.
How about you donate to our Patreon? All right. Oh, that was an incredible douchebag tonight, man.
Yeah.
Я пришел дать эту песню.
What's up, guys? We back.
Pretty much.
You know what that means.
We hope you enjoyed the squirrel cage. Snark had to chime in right there.
So, you're watching Reality Brief Hour 2.
Yep, and
once again, I'm Don.
Dan here.
And
we're up to our usual Wednesday night full of fun and nonsense.
Shenanigans.
And it feels good, man, because being in the hospital...
It feels bad, man.
Yeah, it does, man. You know what's even worse? having to drink your nostril Darth Vader port.
Oh yeah, that's no fun.
Yeah, look guys, look. This is how I drink my nos now. Let me show you.
A warning for the kids at home.
I just take this little tube here, and I just attach it to Dan's straw.
Oh God.
I don't even gotta taste the garbage anymore, man. It just goes right in, and I'm like, pow!
Zang.
Wide awake, ready to do this. So, you know, if you like what you see, we got a bunch of different sites you can go click on and look at stuff. We got some wonderful people behind the scenes helping us keep all that shit running, so
we really do.
It's constantly being refreshed and updated and whatnot. So check it out. We got on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, a bunch of different places. We got a website coming soon for you guys. And
in the meantime, if you just go to realitybrief.net, it'll send you to our Facebook page.
And
it's
then
much fun.
You can hook up to the rest of the sites from there. Boom.
And of course, if you really missed us that much, and if you love what we do, and you know, you feel like giving us like 10 cents, like a shekel or two, stop on by our Patreon. We have one. Shameless plug for it. We gotta do it. We love you. And you know, and of course you could stop by our Bandcamp and pay whatever you want for an MP3 of one of our old shows. You know, especially when, you know, there might be periods where we're off the air for a while and you need your fix, and you can get them at Bandcamp. You can pay nothing, you can pay something. Either way, we appreciate it.
Hey, while you're at it, stop by myself.bandcamp.com and get a load of some of that music there. He's so nice, made us some custom bumper that you listen to right now. It's awesome, but it's gone. So, recently, there's been a leak of some divorce papers. So,
and you know, it's.
I feel like we talk about these two fellas way too much on this show, but you know what?
You know, I mean, they're prominent figures as far as our core subject matter goes, because these guys claim to be, you know, the experts, the leading experts, the grand high poobahs of, you know, the secret space program and all that it entails. So, you know, with power comes responsibility. And part of those responsibilities is transparency.
So look.
That said, we have brought you David Wilcock's resignation letter.
Alleged
resignation.
All right, because let's just.
The internet's full of a lot of squawk, but
it is. But it sounds like David Wilcock.
Yeah, the tone is consistent,
and the way it's totally just wants to save his image and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's totally feels like David Wilcock, man. So, a while back, there was this. You remember seeing the GAIA employees movement? Remember we were reading the what was the name of that site that had the job listings, like rate your employer?
Yeah.
Glassdoor.
Glassdoor.com.
So we were reading the reviews on Glassdoor, and you know, all these people bashing GAIA and shit. So recently now, David Wilcock released this shit, or somebody said he did. I don't even want to do this. I don't even want to do this, man.
I'll lead. But you know things are insane when David Wilcock is all like,
You see, they are insane.
So, yeah. That said,
all right. So this letter is to inform you I will be resigning from GAIA as the end of my term, and I am requesting I be allowed to exit before then. The sooner, the better. For reasons I will now explain.
At length. He doesn't actually say it at length. That's commentary.
I really just hate reading anything by David Wilcock.
All right, well, let me.
Always just like 8 years long.
All right, well, let me charge in. As I state in this letter, I do not wish to discuss this verbally, so please let me know in writing if my request will be honored. This will have been nearly 6 years of service, the equivalent of getting a PhD, and I've been doing this work for college credit.
PhD.
Or had I been doing this work for college credit? Yeah, really, a PhD in aliens.
God.
So, I appreciate all that you have done for me in terms of getting my work out there without censorship, at least up until the most recent term. I have become profoundly uncomfortable with almost every aspect of this work environment and management structure, particularly as of fiscal year 2018. The company as a whole seems to be having a severe psycho-spiritual crisis. My reasons for withdrawing are multifaceted. Out of a sense of respect, honesty, and self-preservation, I will share a few of them, although it ultimately is not a requirement that I do so. Caddy. First of all, let me say that the so-called Gaia employee movement has nothing to do with Corey Good nor with me. I have no idea who these people are. I have no idea why they asserted that Corey and I were both going to be leaving. They made that up. Leaving this job was only a last-ditch resort until I saw the scope of damage that my reputation is now suffering. Corey was concerned that you would think that this movement had something to do with him or his legal actions. It does not. Well, you know what? Hey, if David Wilcock or Corey Good want to call into Reality Brief at 757-528-8130, we will be happy to give you guys a platform right here, right now.
All right, so look, what is Corey Good suing Gaia for?
I'm pretty sure this is going to get into that. So.
No, it doesn't. I read the whole thing.
Huh. Well, it says the grievances that Corey has put into writing regarding how he was treated are absolutely legitimate and mirror my own. They also bear similarities to the nature and spirit of the many complaints being made by the Gaia employee movement, which is a condensed version of what we also see in a secure online forums such as Glassdoor. Hey, there we go, Glassdoor.
Glassdoor is endless joy.
That shit's on
guys.
fire.
If you want to entertain yourself for a bit after the show, just hop
it's
over to
better
Glassdoor.
than Yelp. The reason why
it's reverse Yelp.
Yeah, it's way better than Google Answers. The reason why everyone is yelling in your face is you. It is not a problem with them. I refuse to pretend otherwise any longer. There are people who have been so deeply abused and crushed on the soul level that they feel no other choice but to cry out in agony. Desperate people are willing to take great risks. Ain't that the truth, man? Which is a very sad thing in this case. This is why I hope Corey's problems can be resolved without any public legal filings. If there's I don't think that's going to happen. If there's a profoundly deep problem with the entire way, there is a profoundly deep problem with the entire way in which Gaia is running. I do not believe that it is fixable, nor do I wish to be involved in trying to fix it. If I were to enumerate all the things that I have personally seen and witnessed, and how they made me feel, this would be a very long letter, implying that it's not already.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Look, we're only gonna read a little bit more of this, and then we're gonna talk about it, because like, dude,
my goal is not to leave this with any sense of bitterness, nor can I afford to be dragged into any litigation whatsoever, regardless of whether this company offers me the support of its attorneys or not. Ending my employment now is a much better alternative than continuing in this present environment. Regarding Corey's legal actions, I do not have any need or desire to retain an attorney at this point.
Reading it faster doesn't make it better.
My goal is to have a peaceful, private separation and get back to doing my own thing.
All right, look, bullet points. Check this out. He's complaining that they set him up to look like a Satanist, basically, right? And so he's saying there's all this Satanism rampant at Gaia. So, where's it at? Your team, wait.
Whoa.
Fucking God damn it, where'd it go? All right. The company also attempted to upload a video to my YouTube channel that aggressively promotes Luciferianism, namely Season 1, Episode 1 of Ancient Civilizations. Even while Gaia supposedly has a policy of no religion, at least for my fellow colleagues and me, I was tricked into participating into a very religious program that I do not want to have any affiliation with. The show is literally saying that God is evil and Lucifer is God, who, also happens to be the reptilian alien. Seriously? How would this look if me like... That's funny, dude.
Here, now we're getting to the good stuff.
How would this look if it all got dragged into the public eye, right? Especially in light of the overwhelming online movement called Pizzagate.
Which, again, you know, to bring that up, because a lot of people dismiss it as, oh, they weren't smuggling kids through a pizza restaurant. No, it doesn't end there. It goes all the way down to MK Ultra and all the way up to Jeffrey Epstein's friggin' rape island in the Bahamas. Pizzagate is a thing. Human trafficking is a thing. And the state is a frequent sponsor of it for various clandestine and horrible reasons. Anything you can think of, what the government is actually doing out there is a million times worse. So, that said.
I mean, I wouldn't even call it the government at this point.
Well, government or corrupt elements within the government, super governmental organizations.
It's like the government the organizations that were sponsored by government that turned into their own thing. These deep black fucking like nobody knows nothing about it.
Yeah, like the DIA and whatnot.
So I mean, he's real worried about his reputation too. This whole thing is like, I mean, I guess it would be. He's making a pretty decent living off doing this. So he's worried about people pegging him as a Satanist, which, I don't believe that David Wilcock is a Luciferian, right?
I mean,
I saw the video that he was in, and I was just like, I'm watching. I'm like, these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are they pushing right now, right?
Yeah.
And then I kind of just, filed it away because it's not like guys real high up there for me, and that just crushed me. You know what I mean? I was like, figures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So Wilcock mentions Edgar Madison Welch going into Comet Pizza and shooting the place up. Posts a link to the article and then
And
says,
he's saying that he's
some have debated whether or not these Pizzagate claims are grounded in reality or not, but that does not change the enormous danger that political activists in this arena are now posing to the accused. The potential damage to my career, reputation, and physical safety from the existence of ancient civilizations on the Gaia network is massive, as I have been very outspoken in the public eye against Luciferianism and will continue to do so. Even worse, I've already written several investigative articles about Pizzagate on my own website before Ancient Civilizations was released, making it clear that I believe these claims are largely based in provable facts. The Ancient Civilizations show went forward on the Gaia network despite my public attestations of the evidence that pedophilia, human sacrifice, cannibalism, and Luciferianism was being practiced in elite circles. I mean, shit, I think that's believable. I hate to say it, but I do. I thank God, the authentic Christian one, that this show did not get popular. Well, it's gonna now. My unwilling appearance in a show with this content could actually lead to someone attempting to murder me for religious reasons, just as almost happened at Comet Pizza.
The guy is scared that someone's going to try and take his life now because in a part before that we didn't read, he was saying there's 1 million people out there who are pumped up and are terribly angry and are rooting out Luciferians, right?
Yeah.
So he's worried about his safety in that regard.
He's genuinely worried about somebody going America on his ass.
And, like I said, I did watch that thing, and I totally got that. I was like, apparently it was against his will or whatever. Yeah. I don't know what the hell the deal with that is, which is just fucked up. And there's a lot of stuff in here about how they didn't pay for anybody, like that guy Emery.
Yeah.
And they're holding back Pete Peterson's interview, like his story or whatever. Like they won't print it.
This gets pretty deep, man. He says, I already discussed the very serious threat against my life with Melissa Tittle, great name, the producer of Ancient Civ, immediately after the release of the first tranche of episodes in a very heated 1-hour phone conversation. Therefore, the company was apprised at the very beginning that the Ancient Civilizations program was promoting Lucifer against my very strong verbal requests to the contrary, and in complete disregard for my personal safety. Nonetheless, the marketing and production of this Lucifer propaganda has continued unabated. The second season went lighter with it, but most will begin to watch season 1. This is why I'm not willing or able to allow Gaia to access my YouTube channel ever again. All sense of trust and honor has been destroyed. The video was minutes from going live before I caught it and stopped it. The company was well aware of how I felt about the show. Had I enough confidence in my ability to earn money through other means, I really should have quit right then. There had been a sizable number of egregious deal breakers like this that I've overlooked. In my opinion, Ancient Civilizations is Luciferian propaganda disguised as entertainment. Luciferianism is the religion of the elite globalist group, I suppose. Luciferianism is commonly used as an excuse for pedophilia, human sacrifice, cannibalism, genocidal aspirations, and various other unsavory things.
Bases on Mars.
Yeah, what's it?
So, I always, whenever I see this kind of shit, I get the gears get cranking. I'm like,
turn the friggin' frogs gay.
They do, and I'm looking.
Do you understand that?
And I'm like, what the hell is actually going on here, right? First of all, just supposing that this is an actual David Wilcock's actual resignation letter, right? Is this like a setup? Is Corey Good and David Wilcock gonna start their own Gaia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that? Or is this legit? Or I don't know. I feel like anytime these people, like Gaia and David Wilcock and Corey Good, are involved, there's something fucking crazy going on in the background that what it appears is absolutely not what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he says, as another example, I captured Pete Peterson's entire life story in a series of episodes for Cosmic Disclosure in August 2016, only to be told by Gaia management that they will be buried indefinitely. Pete is now drugged and on his deathbed in a nursing home after having a stroke, and is no longer mentally or physically capable of performing an interview ever again. At least 25 episodes, or half a year's worth of amazing and relevant programming, have been suppressed. I've had no say in the matter whatsoever. So, that's going on. As far as I'm concerned.
Is it though? I mean, like, look.
According to
this source,
letter.
I mean,
this is all
until David Wilcox steps up and says, "Yeah, that's my fucking letter."
This is all alleged.
Yeah, I mean, he may not even written this, man. There's fucking people out there that could write like David Wilcox would.
I'm sure they
could.
could.
What I mean, like, has there been an official response to this?
Not that I've seen yet. This is an unfolding story, folks. So we're going to continue our coverage of it here on Reality Brief, probably next week.
No, we're not.
Why not?
Because it's not. All right, whatever. Yeah, next week.
Probably. Maybe. We think.
Oh, man. Okay. David Wilcox resigns. Gaia TV abuses confirmed. This is from 5 days ago. So, I don't know. Does anybody out there know if these are legit? Or if you got an opinion about this or a theory of what's actually going on in the background, give us a call. It's 757. The number's up there.
528-8130. 528-8130.
The number's up there.
Carve it into your arms.
We'd love to hear from you. Anybody wants to chat about anything, this, that, a little bit of anything, hit us up. You know what I'm saying? What's this Grease UFO?
Oh, so we're done with the blue chicken cult.
This had to be investigated right here. Hey YouTube, I'm Rick. Today we're gonna take a look at
Rick. I love you, Rick.
Hit that bell button so you don't miss any new videos. So what's up, guys? I'm going to Greece right now, and I'm gonna be.
All right, let's not worry about your trip. Let's just see what you got. Oh, Solar Warden, what's up? Did you see that? I don't know.
Yeah, it is pretty.
It kind of looks like a Gaylord. Kardashian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Galler.
Oh, Galler.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're a Gaylord.
Let's check it. Check it, B.
Yeah, that is Zuli though.
You know what's
like
missing?
Reflecting sunlight. That's possible.
You know, it's so hard with these UFO videos. Because, man, with drones now especially, dude, it's, like, incredible. Because you gotta actually see the thing, like, do something fucking incredible for it to really almost be worth investigation anymore. Because there's, almost, you know, it could be a drone, man.
Yeah.
Someone can make a styrofoam TR-3B out of drones.
Yeah, you could.
And
easy. You could make a legit
and
drone
it would look
that
like,
looks
it would
a
look like
TR-3B.
it would look like, you know, anti-gravity going. Woo, 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 woo. So if it was high up enough and it was only one of them, you might not hear it.
What's it? And I know you said you don't care about anybody else's opinion on stuff, but we do have some. We do have some comments like
from
the chat that what's it? According to Jimmy Church, Jimmy Church says that David Wilcox's letter is legitimate.
I mean, but that's still not David Wilcox.
No, it's not. But
according to me, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, or we have no confirmation. And according to me, we have no confirmation. So all we have right now is hearsay.
I mean, you know, I guess they're friends, so...
Hearsay, forum posts. But, you know, we frequently ascribe to the school of thought here on Reality Brief that, you know, like they say in the old song, that the words of the prophets are written on bathroom walls and subway halls. And in this case, forums, which are basically the internet equivalent of bathroom stall walls. So
4chan.
Yeah, it's definitely like one giant urinal where everybody just writes on the wall. Gaia says it's real. Call him and ask. How about that?
What up?
How about them apples?
Gaia said it was real. I'm not calling Gaia. So the letter was real? Alright, so, I mean, I guess if Gaia says it's real,
yeah,
I that's as good as David Wilcox, I guess.
Yeah, that's kosher to me. So
what? I mean, I guess it was only leaked to say so he could save face, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how was all of that shit in there true, or I don't know.
Well, yeah, because what's it? We got this other thing from JasonColavito.com. And they all say that David Wilcox says he resigned from Gaia over bad pay, poor working conditions, and Lucifer.
Lucifer. Yeah, there was a good reason to resign.
Laura Eisenhower released a letter saying that ancient astronaut theorist David Wilcox sent to his employer. So, okay, so this is Laura Eisenhower who released it. That's what's up.
Word. All right, well, looks like it's legit. So, I mean, the question remains, like, is that the legitimate truth, or it's hard to tell with these players?
Yeah,
for me anyway. I don't know.
It's
Some people find them very trustworthy. That's cool.
The swamp is deep and dark, folks. We don't know how far it goes.
And you start throwing in Luciferianism. That's like a direct tie to everything.
Pizzagate,
everybody's, completely opposed
Epstein
to.
Island, the Clintons,
that's
the cabal.
Hey, what's going on over there? Wow.
Yeah, I know,
one of those things.
If one of those things gets loose down here, you can just kiss all this goodbye.
So what kind of tech we got, man? Best way to dodge. Oh, dodge it.
Oh yeah, son.
What is this? Apparently, the best way to dodge facial recognition technology is to become a juggalo.
So, yeah, freak them with your nuts. Yeah, that'll get them.
We are being watched. Everyone from Ticketmaster to Spanish comedy owners are mapping the contours of your mug using facial recognition technology. Meanwhile, law enforcement and the U.S. government are cataloging your angelic smile, as are tech juggernauts like Amazon and Facebook. Man, when I went to the hospital, they had this thing I had to do, man, where I put your hand on. It's like biometric identity and shit, man. Like I put my hand on a thing, my medical file comes up and shit, man. I didn't even know I was signing up for some shit like that. They're like, put your hand here. I thought it was like some kind of monitor or something.
Yeah, they don't even tell you, huh?
Oh, dude.
That might be grounds for a lawsuit.
They probably told me, but I was just like, I'm dying.
Whatever. Yeah.
Alright, anyway. The average American has become an everyday part of life, especially with new iPhones requiring you to stare straight into your device to gain access to the damn thing.
Which is why I will never buy one. Besides the fact that it's an Apple product. But
yeah, man. You can't even take the battery out, right? Without taking the phone apart.
Nah, screw them iPhones.
Aside from retreating into the bowels of nature, there's no escaping it. Well, there wasn't now. Thanks to one Twitter user, a solution to having your face scanned and filed away by some faceless suit is just a hot topic trip away. So rub shoe polish all over your face like a fucking dipshit. And you're good to go, man. That's take a look at this, guys.
Crazily
take
enough.
a look. You see this? You see this? Take a look at this.
Without having to read this whole thing,
right?
Juggalo makeup defeats facial recognition software.
This is the face.
And there's something special about Juggalo makeup itself that makes it work.
This
I don't know
is
what.
the face
fucking magic, yo.
Of the resistance.
This is.
There's going to be armies of juggalos taking the Republic back. It's going to be great, man. They're going to have cannons that are like shoot out like a guy out of like a rocket. Whoa! He's got a machete.
Nah, man, it'll just be like, wow, what's it? Aluminum and Drano bombs made out of Faygo bottles. And hatchet men. Legions of hatchet men unleashed upon the elite.
Oh, you know what?
But seriously, this stuff works. And this guy's Twitter, we'll post it on our Facebook page later. There's actual like data about how the face paint that juggalos use screws up facial recognition tech. And that's the important part, is that if you want to defeat that tech, you got to break your face up. I mean, and it just so happens that paint does an amazing job of it.
Yeah, you got to look ridiculous to do it. Man, we got this, someone posted this in our group, and Secret Space Technology Gallery, right? Beloved friends, this Secret Technology Gallery and the HARP Gallery and the Secret Space Gallery are very special to me. I've shared these photos here on my site with pleasure. They are gifts given to me by a special friend whom I have never met. I know in my heart he is a good soul and quite intelligent. I will probably never meet him, but I am grateful to know this advanced technology will one day be shared with the entire world. Right, so it goes on to show.
Already is if you have enough money.
Right. I mean, it just...
That's pretty cool looking.
I mean, it's really cool stuff, man, but it just looks like a bunch of particle accelerator stuff.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's not really... secret. I mean, they got
Yeah.
shit. I mean, I guess maybe there's something special about these ones or something.
Looks like a big old Tesla coil.
Yeah, and they got, well, this is those drone things that people were saying they were seeing. Like, there's photos of these things. Right?
Yeah, if one of those floated down...
Linda Moulton Howe was covering it on Earth Files.
Yeah,
probably.
If one of those things floated down over my house, I mean, I'd be pretty freaked out.
Right, so it's a pretty interesting story. I don't know if it's legit or something who's fucking around or whatever, but it's weird, yeah, because it's like, looks like, what was this? Might be some sort of like,
it looks
reactor or something, right?
Dude, if you scroll up, that kind of looks like a bong.
What, this?
Yeah.
A bomb or a bong?
A bong.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Bong, dong. And then
that's a tokamak reactor.
Tokamak.
Tokamak.
Oh, damn it!
It's Russian. Yeah, it's like a toroidal fusion reactor.
Right. So I mean, I would imagine that
Whoa,
if they're using.
Go back.
What, this?
That just looks cool.
I mean, they're obviously got to be using some sort of particle acceleration technology within secret space programs, right? But
look,
you would think it looks a little different than the shit we're using at CERN.
Do you see it? The eye right there, the smile. It's Pepe. He's hidden in the energy, man.
Pepe.
It's him.
That's my new desktop wallpaper.
Praise K.
And this guy, he's tending to the iron bees.
It sounds like a Wu-Tang album.
Garden of the Iron Bee. So yeah, I mean, it's a really cool collection. I guess you guys can look at it further.
That's pretty Zulu looking.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's an accelerator.
Yeah, looks like a railgun of some sort.
I mean, it's pretty dope. I mean, what is that?
Pretty advanced looking tech.
Yeah, totally, but it's obviously shit they've got here. I
Here,
mean, I got a
scroll
feeling
back up.
it's
Scroll
like,
back up.
this is
Hey,
like,
right there. It's down. You missed it. That piece of text. This means solitary from anything except light, although the isolation can stretch light, making time slow down. If you were standing in Norfolk, Virginia, looking at the craft. Yeah, interesting reference.
Uh-huh.
It would disappear and return in 1 second.
We got a particle accelerator in Newport News.
Yeah, of course.
So, which is not far from Norfolk, guys.
Not at all.
20 minutes.
Direct line of sight if you're up far enough.
And that's the public particle accelerator.
Yeah.
I mean, we got Northman, all kinds of shit around here, man. There's probably a million of them. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty dope. So, thepromiserevealed.com, secret-technology-photo-gallery / you can hit it up. It's pretty dope. Dan, save me.
Yo. Alright, well, I thought you were just scrolling. What's it? How about Ryugu? What do you know about Ryugu?
Nothing.
Asteroid arrival. Japanese probe reaches spinning top space rock Ryugu. It's under tech.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, man.
Yeah,
I'm still
Hayabusa.
playing UFO videos.
Oh, right on. So yeah, we on June 26, Hayabusa 2 arrived at Ryugu, and They got some pretty neat pics. It looks like it's a image was taken about 14 miles away from the asteroid, and yeah. It was launched in 2014 by JAXA, the Japanese space agency.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, man.
And it looks like a big D10.
Yeah, man. What the hell, dude? Like, what is the chances that this is natural?
I mean, pretty good, honestly.
Yeah?
Because it's not big enough to pull itself into a sphere. Like, anything maybe around 200-300 kilometers across has enough gravity to pull it into a sphere.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry, guys.
What? What's going on?
We weren't displaying the pictures. We were just like, wow, this shit's cool. Look at that. And we weren't showing any pictures.
Before that?
Welcome to Reality Brief.
What, this entire time?
Yeah, for a while, man.
Since
sorry, guys. I don't know. I'm guessing. I think I hit the wrong button on the thing. That's why we need a button pusher.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
But go ahead, Dan.
All right, yeah. So yeah, Hayabusa looks like a big D10. Launched in 2014, it will now poke, prod, and even impact the asteroid, deploying a small lander and 3 rovers. It'll then blast an artificial crater to analyze material below the asteroid's surface. After that, the probe will head back to Earth, arriving at the end of 2020 with samples in tow. It automatically fired its thrusters this morning, June 27th, at 9:35 a.m. local Japanese time, 8:45 on June 26 EDT, bringing a probe within a constant 12 miles of the asteroid, according to the statement from JAXA. Hey, we got a phone call. Awesome. Bringing a probe with a constant... Hey,
caller, you're...
How's it going?
You're live on the rare with Dan and Dine.
What's
on your mind tonight? You might need to turn your radio down a little bit.
Hi.
Hi.
How are ya?
How are you?
What's your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, hey, Penny.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
What's going on is I thought I would call in and interrupt you guys.
Awesome. What's going on?
That's great.
So how are you all doing?
We're doing great. I mean, I got the pictures of the... look, see, guys, now
yeah,
the joke
I can
is great.
see the pictures now.
All right, so look, that's the Iron Beekeeper.
Yeah.
Right? Right? Am I right?
Okay.
All right. Just
that looks like it does look like an Iron Beekeeper.
No, you got to show
That's what the engines look like in the big ships.
Awesome.
I had a guy in the group asking me for specs on the engines, and so the guy that posted this set of pictures in your group, I just tagged him and said, "Here."
So this thing here, the one that you said it looks like the engines is the
show him the energy pit.
Is that like that technology that guy made the towers? Remember the salad spinner dude?
Yeah.
Is that the same tech or what is that? Is that the power or is that the actual engine? The Iron Beekeeper.
That's the actual engine as far as I can remember.
Okay. Wow. So I wonder if it's
scroll back up.
Sure.
There, up above the iron. Yeah, there it is. Back down. You see right there in the middle. There's a hidden Pepe right there in the middle.
Oh yeah, there's Pepe. 2 eyes. You see Pepe in there?
Yep, the 2 eyes, the smile. He's right in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I thought that one was just artwork. We never got a display like that.
It's pretty trippy. Whatever.
No, I think I'm pretty sure because there's all kinds of stuff mixed into this gallery, like the drones. Are you familiar with these?
I'm not familiar with the drones, but a lot of the tech in there was very familiar to me. I just couldn't place it until I got to the one that you call the Beekeeper, and I go, that's the engine. This looks like that ship taken apart.
Pretty interesting. Yeah, this thing here, that's pretty cool looking.
I would not want to have one of those pointed at me.
Yeah, it looks like a weapon.
Yeah, it says atoms reach 9.999% the speed of light.
So what are they charging particles for?
You know, most of the engines that we use in Noxwaffen don't exactly have fuel. What they do is they start bouncing energy around, and it produces the lift without any kind of fuel per se. And the old Hannibal engines, the anti-grav lift, the mercury vortex engines, those things would turn the mercury into gold. They would spin so fast.
Oh, wow, that's far out.
So that was the only real fuel we needed was the mercury. But they all give off a lot of radiation, so there has to be a lot of shielding.
Mm-hmm. Well, what type of material do they use the shield for that? Because, I mean, you know, Hanabu's is pretty thin, right? So, like, what were they using the shield? What type of metal or whatever?
They were using lead. And even then, a lot of the crews would end up with serious radiation sickness. that was why they started bringing in, why they agreed to lease the regen tanks from the mantids, was because their men were dying from the radiation.
Yeah, I would imagine tossing that much energy around is going to put off a lot of radiation.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, you didn't know that we leased the regen tanks. That's part of why we don't have, why the rich bastards on Earth don't get to use them, is because we don't own them.
You know what? Let me ask your opinion on something. The Roswell crash, was that Hanabu?
I don't believe so. I believe that that was an actual ET, and that it was one of the guys that was picking up spare parts of people for various things. There's a couple of groups out there that they did sign treaties that they would report to the American government who they were taking and what for, and make sure they all came back with their minds wiped and all this. But they've been taking them for parts, and that's the same group that were doing some of the animal mutilations.
That thing's far out looking.
Yeah, that
is really far out looking, and
these are
I haven't seen one of those in action, so I don't know.
Well, these are the things that they say, like, they pop up and they're like super ancient or something like that, and like somebody in one of the labs got a hold of it and like started dicking with one, and then like it came alive, and they like, so like all the writing and shit that's on this doesn't match any known languages or anything. So that's the story behind it. Like I said, Lindell Moulton Howe was reporting on this. You can probably find the whole history of it on the Earth File site.
Okay, I haven't been there yet.
Yeah, I mean, this is old too. You know what I mean?
Contact me in Messenger on Facebook, and they send me all kinds of stuff, and if I didn't do anything else, I would never get to the end of it all. So I'm changing my priorities around these days and going first to the stuff that I want to see.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's some amazing photos in this, and this is all real stuff. This is not movie stuff. This is real engines.
Well, this pic dump is huge. It feels like we've scrolled past a lot of the same stuff a bunch of times.
Yeah, there is a lot of duplicates, and there's artwork and other stuff. Like, this is a Photoshop.
Yeah.
That right there.
Well, they had to take out the things that were not declassified yet.
Right. Well, no, this was actually, I recognize this picture. I've researched this. This is actually just the wing here that somebody added this thing from a movie on it.
Yeah.
Make it look like it was a turbine in there, but it's not really.
Okay.
This is
I haven't seen the website that these are from, but I hadn't researched individual photos. I've been kind of emotional support for one of the guys that are working on this type of tech, because he was so frustrated that no one could understand his website. Well, to be honest, it's over my head, but I've been doing the stretch to try to figure it out. And he's been trying to lower it enough that I can understand it. Because he figures if I can understand it, then his peers can understand it.
Yeah, you're. I think I know what you're talking about. It's a good site. This is something different. This is the Promise Revealed.
Yeah, this one is someone he ran across that is one of his peers, and so they're starting to talk, and they're more on the same level, which kind of took some pressure off of me, which was nice. Well, it's been, God, I took physics in the 1980s, so it's like, okay.
So yeah, that's there's definitely some far out stuff in here, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I knew what a bunch of it was.
I wish I did too, but I can connect you up with the guy that it's his website and see if he'll do an interview with you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be cool.
Okay, I'll pass information back and forth and see if it works.
You're the best. Thanks.
Man, did you hear about that comet that they were getting ready to land on?
What?
Is that this one?
Yeah, Ryugu. Yeah, it goes the first.
Did you hear about this?
Hayabusa 1 landed on Itokawa, and that whole thing's only like 1 kilometer across.
Yeah. Did you hear about this, Penny?
No.
Ryugu?
I think I'll hang up and let you guys talk about it.
All right, awesome.
But yeah, thanks for calling us, and thanks for passing on that, passing stuff on to the guy who's that's a site. That's yeah, thanks.
So
yeah, Ryugu. So they're blasting craters in it. They're grabbing samples. They're dropping rovers to drive around on it. And honestly, do you want proto-molecule? Because this is how you get proto-molecule. I'm just saying. They're going to bring a sample back to Earth.
I mean, I'm more like, why did they target this one specifically? Because
And a week later, half of Japan is going to be covered in glowing blue shit.
So I'm looking to see if we got any updated photos.
Ryugu.
Alright, so.
Oh, wow, it's a 3D version of it if you got 3D glasses.
Yeah, it's pretty, I guess it could be natural, right? It looks like it's just a bunch of sediment on there, man.
Yeah, it just looks like a bunch of dust and rock and ice all clumped together by gravity.
I wonder if the inside of that is a ship, though, and it's just got all that shit, because it's so ancient. It's like Deep Space Nine in there.
I mean, just looks like a normal asteroid to me.
True that.
But
it's pretty dope, though. And that you see how it's rotating and shit too, man. So they're gonna be able to land on this thing.
Yeah, it technically has an axis.
It's pretty crazy. I wonder what they're gonna find in there.
Probably
Nothing.
just lots
We'll
of
be like, oh, it was dirt. Crap. We just spent $280 billion on dirt. It's fucking toaster on the moon.
But I mean, it is interesting to know what the chemicals on it are. Like, if we're gonna start mining asteroids, what are we mining them for? So
yeah,
even if it's just for commercial interests, it's good to know what's up there.
Water.
Yeah, water, methane for fuel, valuable metals there could be half a ton of platinum in that thing for all we know.
It's a death bot world out there, guy.
Yeah, it is. And you better tip 20% or they will kill you.
They're gonna get your ass. AI-powered robot mimics any action after watching a person do it just once, paving the way for machines to learn new skills in the same way as humans.
So good, now I can finally make an R2-D2 bot with an arm that will go to the fridge and get me a beer. That's really all I want. I would if I had one of those things, though.
A new breed of AI-powered robots could soon mimic almost any action after watching a human do it just once. Scientists have developed a clawed machine that can learn new tasks such as dropping the ball into a bowl or picking up a cup, simply by viewing a person perform it first. Researchers said the trick allows the android to master new skills much faster than other robots. It could one day lead to machines capable of learning complex tasks purely through observation, much like humans and animals do. This doesn't sit well with me, man.
Yeah, what happens when somebody teaches it how to kill?
Project lead scientist Tian He wrote in a blog post, learning a new skill by observing another individual, the ability to imitate, is a key part of intelligence in human and animals. So why not have your freaking Sega Genesis do it too? Such a
Right.
capability would make it dramatically easier for us to communicate new goals to robots. We could simply show robots what we want them to do. Yo, bend it.
Hey, we got a call. Caller, you are live on Reality Brief. How's it going?
Wow.
Good, how are you?
Hey, how are you doing tonight, sir? Which name? Where
Good,
you calling from?
What?
I said, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, I'm Anthony, and I'm calling from Virginia.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I just saw what y'all saying about the asteroid or whatever, and I really think that, like, we interact with aliens all the time, and we don't even know it.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're talking about, like, totally walking around, you know, downtown.
Yeah, like, I think that, like, they take human shape. Like, I really think that. And then I think, like, even some in our government are, like, lizard people sometimes.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. Man. Check this out. I work part-time as a convenience store clerk, right? And there was one time last week where it was hot as a bastard out. Like, hot. And this lady walks in, and she's wearing, like, a triple fat goose coat, like, and a scarf. And it was, like, 90 degrees out. So maybe she was, like, cutting weight, you know, to get into fighting a lower weight class or something. I don't know. But... Yo, why would you be wearing a gigantic jacket and a scarf and, like, winter clothes when it's, like, 90 degrees out?
People ain't got no sense,
And,
man.
like,
But yeah, I mean,
so, like,
if you
They
listen
just
to...
came from a hotter planet.
I was driving, and I saw this, like, cloud-shaped thing. It was, like, dropping other things, and the things would, like, circle the cloud and drop.
It was a cloud... So it was a cloud shape dropping circles of
Like,
clouds?
Yeah.
Was it
and then
lights?
No, yeah, they were like, it was crazy. Like, it looked like a UFO, but it more looked like a cloud.
Right, yeah, we were just talking about something that's similar to that. Did it have a little light that looked like it fell to the ground, maybe?
Yeah, like, there were like 17 of them, though. Like, 17 little things dropping.
Yeah, I hear you.
And what part of Virginia at? Northern to southern?
Oh, yeah, northern. It was on 95.
Ah.
Right on. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of weird stuff that goes on in Northern Virginia, man. I mean, that's, you know, the headquarters of the federal, Northern Virginia, D.C., that's FedGov Incorporated. So, you know, all sorts of weird stuff going on there.
Yeah, and I live near a military base, and all the time, all we see are crazy, like, weird aircraft near our house, and it's so weird. Like, we just hear zoom, zoom, zoom.
Right. Yeah, we get a lot of reports of that down here, too. We're in southeastern Virginia.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. Not too far from, you know, the beautiful Chesapeake Bay where the James and the York meet.
So, you know, to touch on your point about, you know, they could be walking around, we could be interacting with them. If you listen to a lot of people's, like, firsthand accounts of things and stuff, that's a lot of these beings, you know, look very, very similar to us and could pass for humans. So, you know, they may not even necessarily have to disguise themselves, really, besides, like, you know, maybe a hat or whatever.
According to other guests we've had, human life is ubiquitous, and in fact, you know, pretty much a lot of places where there's carbon-based life, eventually creatures very similar to humans in appearance tend to evolve.
But think this, okay?
Yeah, there's plenty of theories on it out there, yeah.
If the government's hiding us from aliens, there must be a reason. So, they must be hiding it, or, like, because they can destroy us or something.
Right, so you're saying the government...
Or maybe they just want to maintain their monopoly over the control of information.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen when the singularity hits, when the actual technological singularity hits. It's going to be like, hey, what's up, Earth? You know, where they'll reveal themselves and share all their information and whatnot and try to bring us into the space age, the real space age.
You see, the government's never going to own up to shit because they committed all these crimes and atrocities in the name of national security, which brought them all this deep black technology that they're gallivanting around in the solar system with and shit and beyond. So... they're never going to own up to that, man. Even 100 years from now, maybe 200 years from now, people might know about it or something, but they're never going to own up to that shit, or anyone is going to be accountable for that.
Yeah, and it's I think we first interacted with aliens in Roswell. I think that's when the first president actually saw an alien. And then I think that one alien told them all about different alien species and stuff.
So you think Roswell is where it started with the...
Yeah.
I mean, it could very well have even went back further.
Definitely.
Roswell definitely wasn't the first crash.
Yeah, it was definitely... Yeah, because, mean, there was the Texas one back in, 1906?
But,
Yeah, I think you have to think about this. I think the aliens went to, early man and gave them, all tools and stuff, because there's no way the Egyptians built this thing. The scientists still can't explain how they built these amazing things without current technology.
Yeah, how about your boy at Coral Castle? You know what I mean? Yeah, how did he build it?
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody about that the other night. Yeah, Coral Castle is definitely an example of how some amazing stuff was done with tech that the public just doesn't have.
Right.
It's crazy. Just knowing that there's other life forms out there, I wonder how many, I've interacted with.
Do what now?
You wonder how many... I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit.
Oh, I was just saying, if, I know there's other, aliens out there. There's other, things that are living out there. So I'm wondering how many I've interacted with throughout my whole life.
Yeah, I mean, there's no telling, man. And then there's...
How many do I ring out on a daily basis?
Then there's interdimensional beings.
Yeah.
So, and you could have one standing next to you, you wouldn't even know it.
Not to mention people who jump timelines. I saw the story not too long ago about a lady who'd been, dead for a year and a half, washed up, fully clothed on a beach somewhere. And it was she jumped timelines from a timeline where she died or from where she didn't die to one where she did die. All right, well, thanks for calling in, caller.
Yeah, nice chatting with you.
Yeah, thank you. What's it? This is one thing that I definitely wanted to bring up. Frickin' laser rifles. Guess what? China's got them. This is coming from South China Morning Post, Diplomacy and Defense. China brings Star Wars to life with laser AK-47 that can set fire to targets a kilometer away. Handheld weapons that could set fire to targets from long distances are no longer confined to science fiction, but a fact of life, according to some researchers. And in fact, if you go to laser-gadgets.com, you can order one.
What?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Elon Musk flamethrower.
Yeah. So, Yeah, he's got this...
Good Lord.
Mag light.
Dude, wait until the cops are busting down your door with that shit, man.
Seriously, open up a new tab. Let's show everybody laser gadgets, because you know what? I love this guy, and I hope he, even though I don't know him personally, I just love what he does. And
open up a new tab for what?
New tab. Laser, laser-gadgets.com. And you know what? This guy's not even paying us, but I love what he does so much that I'm plugging his site. Patrick Priebe. This guy makes model replicas of stuff from various games like, Fallout and Metroid and all sorts of steampunk stuff, the Iron Man glove, but he actually has a for sale section. Made a copy of the laser cutter from Dead Space, Mass Effect guns and whatnot. Cool stuff. Real cool stuff. But if you click on laser rifles, man, some of those are far out, and you can actually buy laser rifles that will set some stuff on fire.
But can you get it retrofitted like this one?
No.
Dude, look at this thing.
Maybe,
man.
I don't know. He can do some... Mr. Priebe can do some stuff, so I would say...
A mile away, or a kilometer away. A kilometer in fancy talk.
Yeah. So, the ZKZM 500, the Zixum 500 laser assault rifle is being classified as non-lethal, but produces an energy beam that cannot be seen by the naked eye, but can pass through windows and cause the instant carbonization of human skin and tissues. 10 years ago, it's... Don scrolled past it, whatever.
Oh,
the pain
sorry,
will be
10 years ago, its capabilities
would have been to preserve the preserve of sci-fi films, but one laser weapon scientist said the new device is able to burn through clothes in a split second. If the fabric is flammable, the whole person will be set on fire. I need one of these for
So
reasons.
this is coming public now for reasons.
If the if the government has them, I should be able to have them.
Well, China's just come out with it. Is why.
But where can I order one?
Remember that movie, man? It was like the high school or the college freshmen or whatever, and they're in the cool club, and they were building the laser so they could put it in the plane, and then they rerouted it and made popcorn in the guy's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they had a pop culture movie about death lasers in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's nothing new, really.
So the rifle will be powered by a rechargeable lithium battery pack similar to the ones in cell phones. It can fire more than 1,000 shots, each lasting no more than 2 seconds. So 1,000 2-second bursts. Yeah, you can burn down the whole neighborhood with that shit. Stop.
Sorry.
The prototype was built by ZKZM Laser, a technology company owned by the Institute in Xi'an. A company representative confirmed that the firm is now seeking a partner that has a weapons production license or a partner in the security or defense industry to start large-scale production at a cost of 100,000 yuan, which is only $15,000. So, given their potential for misuse, the design and production of the devices will be tightly monitored, and only customers will be China's military and police. Boo! If they can have them, we should be able to have them. So,
15 grand a unit.
Man, we can do it for less. America can do it.
Strap that thing on a shark, boy.
Seriously, so the Navy's already got them. They already got them on planes and boats and all sorts of fun stuff.
The railgun is much more dangerous than that. You know, they got them shits.
Yeah, but you could definitely set some shit on fire with this. So, you know.
Oh, maybe they used big ones of those in the planes when they did the California fires that just only burnt the houses down.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
One of them guys. But look, it's cool. Now you too can burn down homes in California for 15 grand.
Yeah, a mere 15 grand.
Yeah, man, you can mount it to a drone and
you know what?
I'll
take the $500 flamethrower for now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right,
Elon Musk is selling flamethrowers for $500. Get one.
Why? You can make one with a can of aerosol spray.
Yeah, I know, but it just looks cool. And plus, it helps fun getting to Mars. So we got the Clockwork Orange Jam, and we got the warp drive thing. I think we should do the warp drive thing.
We're up at 10 o'clock, man.
Are we? Well, you know what?
What?
It's been a month. They can take an extra 5 minutes to listen to our nonsense, or not. I don't give a damn. But this is coming from Scribd. Yeah, I do give a damn. Actually, thank you guys. We love you.
What do you got here?
This is from Scribd. Unclassified defense intelligence reference document. Acquisition threat support. Warp drive, dark energy, and the manipulation of extra dimensions.
Now there it is, the gay bomb.
That was the wrong button.
Your face is a gay bomb.
I was trying to do that.
So, yeah, just the table of contents. General relativistic warp drives, warp drive requirements, cosmological constant, Casimir energy, and the quantum vacuum, extra space dimensions, Kaluza-Klein theory, all sorts of fun stuff. Dark energy is a higher dimensional artifact, warp drive and higher dimensional manipulation, adjusting higher dimensions for propulsion, the geometry of extra dimensions.
So these are just the white papers on the shit. When this is from 09?
Yeah, from the DIA. 2010. So, yeah. Transit times to various exotic destinations at 100 times the speed of light. Negative energy required for a warp bubble. Negative energy required for warp bubble. So, this warpy, bubbly stuff is on Scribd, and we're going to go ahead and share it on our Facebook page here in a little bit. But it's, it looks like a lot of the stuff I've seen from Alcubi Air Drive, but, hey, it is what it is.
Warp drive space bubble.
I want a warp drive space bubble.
Well, if anybody else wants to give us a call, now would be the time, because we're going to be ending the show here shortly as soon as we get off of the rest of the whatever it was that we brought to the table tonight for you guys to enjoy.
And, the Clockwork Orange stuff, too. Yeah, can zapping people's brains reduce violence?
Oh, yeah, sure. Just so well they make movies about it.
Controversial study sees potential. Yeah. The study participants read short accounts of violent behavior. In one, a man smashed a beer bottle over someone's head. In another, an assailant raped an acquaintance. And then you were asked, would you do that? The day before, half of them had the frontmost regions of their brains responsible for such high-level functions as impulse control and moral judgments electrically stimulated. The other half had not. The people whose prefrontal cortexes were stimulated reported roughly half the likelihood of committing a violent act like the ones that they'd watched, scientists at the University of Pennsylvania reported on Monday. They said they found such physical and sexual violence more morally wrong compared with the control group. So, yeah, and the guy even says, "We're a long way from a Clockwork Orange," said Dr. Paul Applebaum, Director of Division of Law, Ethics, and Psychiatry at Columbia University's Vagelos College of Physicians and Surgeons.
Yeah, we're a long way from it, but it's coming.
But it's coming. The researchers aimed at the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex because dozens of small neuroimaging studies have reported that in people deemed antisocial or aggressive or both, that this region is typically smaller and less active than in other people. Such studies can't tell whether an impaired prefrontal cortex causes aggression or vice versa. So the Penn study, a registered clinical trial, tried to figure that out. The next day, participants read one vignette about the beer bottle assault and the one about the violation, and rated how likely they were from no chance to definitely to act like the assaulter did. The brain-stimulated group reported a 7% lower likelihood that they would commit the non-sexual physical assault, 1.15 versus 2.19 on a scale of 1 to 10, and 70% lower likelihood of committing the sexual assault, 0.26 versus 0.86 compared to the control group. The brain-stimulated group also rated the assaults as more morally wrong than the control group did. So, yeah, we're trying to find benign biological interventions for criminal violence that society will accept. Paul psychologist Adrienne Rain, who had studied the brain and the basis of violence and psychopathy for decades, said in a statement, "Transcranial direct current stimulation is a minimal risk. This isn't a frontal lobotomy." Well, I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy.
Man,
but
so this is basically just some jackasses dicking around because they've already fucking mastered this.
I mean, wasn't electroshock therapy phased out like at the end of the 18th century or something, like 19th century?
I don't know, but let's leave on a more positive note here, guys.
What have we here?
It looks like this YouTube channel, UFO Today. Like and subscribe. They've got some...
yeah, it's another secure team
TR3B. Whatever. Thanks for the video that we could play now and show people.
So we gave you a free plug, secure team.
Film in all its glory. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. This footage was shot on the 30th of April, 2018, Finland. Oh, yeah. Looks like your typical Venus sighting. But wait, there's more.
I mean, to be fair, Finland is very nice in the summer.
It's very nice.
Especially if you like fishing.
Oh. You don't even know my true form!
I don't.
You haven't even seen my final form.
I haven't.
Okay. I can agree with that.
Come on, Terra 3B. Do something entertaining.
Come on now and show. Seems the object is motionless while the clouds pass by. You know, it's kind of funny how anytime anyone sees a triangular shape, they automatically say, "That's a TR3B."
It's the alien craft that most people are probably most familiar with.
Well, a TR3B is an alien.
Well, okay, the UFO anti-gravity mabob thing that most people are most familiar with.
I mean, that... Look, it's luminous.
It is awfully shiny.
Power it up. That's fucking crazy. Second object. Probably a bird. Yeah, it's a bird or a bug. Man, is that like a... like you said, like Venus?
No, it can't be.
I mean, because, you know...
It's triangular. How's it going to be Venus?
Well, the thing about it is, man, I've zoomed in on stars and stuff with my camera, and it distorts and makes it look crazy. It doesn't look like a star.
Yeah, but, I mean...
No, I mean, yeah, I mean...
It definitely looks
I
like...
wouldn't call that a treb.
It's definitely a triangular craft.
Yeah, totally. Triangular.
I mean, not to say it's not Earth military. It could be easily Earth military.
Alright, guys. Thanks for filming the TR-3B in all its glory. And we will see you...
I think it's probably got way more glory than that. That's false advertising.
No doubt.
Oh, and that wasn't Secure Team. That was the channel UFO Today. So
That's what I said, but you were like, that's Secure Team.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm. That's
bad.
Cool. They know.
So
They saw
okay.
it.
So okay, yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
So you owe us UFO Today. You owe us a plug.
They don't know shit, man.
You're right, they don't.
All right, guys. So look,
it'd be cool if they
we're
gave
gonna
us
be
a
back
plug
next
there.
week, and
You're goddamn right.
All these guests that we've had planned, I'm gonna see if one of them can, maybe step up to the plate next week for us. If not, we'll be back with another quality broadcast of yabbering and blabbering about nothing and shit you probably already know about. But hey,
and
it's entertainment, right?
Next week, I'm hoping that we can get Jess from the UFO Club. That might be doable.
We could probably make that happen, man.
That sounds doable.
All right, so
Jess, if you're out there, we hope to talk to you soon.
Next week, we're going to see if we can get that lined up and start the ball rolling on that right now. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be back next week, but until then, we'll see you later.